Hi, welcome to Cassandra's Pets and Plants. I'm here to show you the setup of my new guppy breeding tank, and we're going to go from black water to this. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. However, this is going to be a work in progress, so I'll give you updates along the way. So I went ahead and did a thing and bought a 50-gallon used fish tank off of Facebook Marketplace. The gentleman who sold it to me was very kind and included all the substrate. So I just went ahead and filled it up, and I know I'm sorry for the background. All of this is going to get cleaned up and I'm not going to be in my pajamas later, but yeah, the tank is filthy. The water is black. It's really hard to see, I'm realizing. So I'm going to go ahead and do multiple water changes, and we'll just see where we're at later today. Well, this is my 9th time of filling this 50-gallon tank with water, trying to clear it. And if you can look beyond the reflection, which I realize is difficult to do, the water is quite black. So instead of spending another 9 times filling this tank and emptying it, I did a quick Google search and asked why my Fluval stratum is turning my water black. After reading for 5 whole seconds, I discovered it's because if you spray the Fluval, like I've been doing with this hose, trying to clean it, it actually breaks the Fluval stratum down into dirt, and dirty water turns black. Okay, well, now that I have figured out what I'm doing wrong, I'm on my 10th water change, and I can already see a huge difference in the color of the water. I can see through the actual water. So we're a lighter shade of brown. Obviously, that was my mistake, and I'm working on fixing it right now. I'm guessing we're going to have to do still probably 5 more, if not more, water changes. But at least now I'm not fighting against something that I was creating myself. This is going to be my guppy breeding tank. As you can see, I have a lot of houseplants growing out of the top, all propagations that I've taken over the last several months. And this is going to be divided in 2/3. My husband made me this really cool divider, and I have one more that he's going to put in here. And so we'll have 3 areas, one for green Moscow guppies, blue Moscow guppies, and blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies. So I'm pretty excited. Hope I can breed them successfully. I've not been able to breed my rice fish or my mountain minnows, at least that I know of. They could be eating the babies, but I'm really hoping to have more success with the guppies. So these are the houseplants that I have growing in my 50-gallon aquarium, and I'm going to use for breeding. I have a variegated spider plant, a burl marks. I believe that is a jade philodendron. More philodendron. No, I'm sorry, pothos. I don't know why I said philodendron. I have a Brazil. And what's this guy? I want to say golden. Yep. Golden pothos. And this is a lemon lime philodendron. And that is a Hartley philodendron. And more golden pothos. And then I just have a variety of actual water plants in here, little floaters of various kinds, and some water hyacinth. So I'm just waiting on the fish, and then I'll give you an update on what it all looks like and how it's all come together. The water is very clear. It looks great. I do need to do a little background work here so it looks pretty, but I made these little fish houses for the fry to hide in. All I did was collect some moss out of my yard. Sorry about that glare. And took a terracotta pot, glued it on there, and hopefully that'll give the fry a good place to hide. And this is also some moss that I collected from my backyard and glued onto a big flat rock. And then I do have some other plants coming, some Java ferns, some Java grass, Java moss. I have some guppy grass coming and various other plants. I'd really like to maybe grow some lettuce. I just want to get the fish situated first and get the tank cycled, and then this is Fluval stratum down here, and I really don't like how it looks, so I'm probably going to cap it. I just haven't decided how to cap it yet, or with what, because I'm not a big fan of black substrate, but I'll take what I can get. And there is the divider up close that my husband made for me, which is great because these things are expensive when you try to look online. The only thing I am concerned about is water flow. I only had him drill holes in the top third just because I didn't want to give the babies too many chances to escape. I'm kind of hoping they just chill out down on the bottom. I'm going to give them a lot of vegetation to hide in. But yeah, here it is. When I get the other divider in, it should be around the same time that the first fish get here. Starting out with the green Moscow and the blue Moscow guppies. So I will keep you updated. So once I learned what was making my water black, which was me, by the way, ignorance, I actually did 2 more water changes for a total, I think, of 13, and the water is looking crystal clear and beautiful now. I've made little fry houses. I don't know if they'll use them, but I just got the moss out of my backyard and put it on a couple of small terracotta pots, and then I also took some more moss and glued it onto a rock. I have a ton of plants coming. Some guppy grass, let's see, Java fern, I have microswords coming, water sprite, water wisteria, and then I took a ton of cuttings from my house that I've been rooting and put them on the top of the tank. And I know that pothos are great at removing nitrates from the water. I have no idea about philodendrons, however. And I have quite a few philodendrons, pothos, and let's see, spider plants in here. So once I get this planted, and hopefully the microswords will carpet the bottom, it'll be a fully planted tank. And then my husband made this divider for me out of plexiglass. I'm so glad he's handy. I'm so lucky. He made this one, and he's going to make one more for a total of 2, and then the tank will be divided into thirds. And once it's in thirds, one section will hold green Moscow guppies, one will hold blue Moscow guppies, and one will hold blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies. And then I'm going to try and breed them. And I'm really hoping to have better luck than I have with my rice fish and my gold cloud white mountain minnows. It's just partial skill, partial luck. I haven't had the greatest luck, and I'm not that skilled. I'm still learning. But I'm not going to give up. I'm having a great time with this. As you can see, I have a lot of things to hide down here and make it look nice. But I'm pretty happy with the progress. I bought some aquarium sand in bulk, so I am going to cap the soil. I just want to make sure that I get this nice and rinsed off first because my fish are coming tomorrow. And I did manage to find some lettuce and Swiss chard, so I am going to be planting that in over the top of the aquarium. The tank is mostly set up at this point. I did cap the soil with coarse sand, and the sand has a lot of black in it, so when you have that black Fluval substrate, Sometimes it ends up at the top of your media and it looks horrible if you have pure white sand. So this looks okay, acceptable. This was a cutting I got at our local fish store today, and I just glued it to a rock, and I'm hoping it'll root. It puts out the most beautiful flowers, grows out of the tank, and I wish I knew its name, but it's just glorious when it actually is blooming and nice and big and lush. It'll grow right out of the tank. My husband finished the dividers, so now the tank is divided into three for 3 different types of guppies. And we are putting a splitter in off the pump so that the intake here is creating nice flow in this compartment, less so in this compartment because the holes are just up at the top, and even less over here. So I think I called that the intake. I meant the outtake. This is the intake. And I'm going to put an air bubbler in this compartment and this compartment just to increase aeration. And on the top here, my husband built some more plexiglass holders for plants. So I'm trying Aquaponics. I have some Swiss chard and different kinds of lettuce. I have houseplants that are rooted to help remove nitrates in the water. And then just some pond plants floating on top. And again, if you come to this side, we have more Swiss chard, more house plants, more lettuce, more pond plants and house plants. And in here we just have the little fry hidey holes that I made, which you can tell they're homemade, but that's okay. And I have more plants that are coming with the fish. They should be arriving today, so I will plant the tank and then put the new fish in and show you guys what it looks like. The new fish and plant babies are here. I'm so excited. Well, the blue Moscows and green Moscows are here. We've got one other type of fish that's coming and some more plants that are coming. But I went ahead and unboxed everything off camera because I couldn't handle the camera and all of this. And here are the plants, and here are some pretty new babies. Oh, he's excited. I would be too after being in a box for 2 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and acclimate these guys and get them in the tank, and I will get you updated once they're comfortable. Here's my blue male and females. I'm really excited to have these guys. They look pretty young. Not sure that they're going to breed right away or not, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to enjoy having them. He looks like a beautiful fish. I can't wait to see him in the tank. Here are the Moscow greens. He's so pretty in the sun. Lots of poo-poo in there. Must have been rough. Here's the Moscow greens. Not sure if that is focusing. I cannot see very well. I'm going to get them in the tank and acclimating. This is how ram's horn snails are packaged when they're shipped to you. I find it really odd. I guess they stay moist in the paper towel and stay alive, but I feel really bad for them. I know that some, if not most, if not all of these are alive, but it's so creepy seeing them this way. I just hope they're all okay. I won't know till I get them in the tank. They're cute little babies, they're tiny. Last time I bought ram's horn snails, they were quite a bit bigger. Never seen them this small before. Pretty cute. Hi, little babies. They look dead. Hi. Let's hope they all made it. They did include 2 extra snails just in case some die. But I want them all to live. Glass. Oh shoot, I forgot the name. I'll get back to you. I'm glad I checked the name because I almost called it Glassworks, but that is a business here. It's Glass Grown Aquatics. And everything was packaged beautifully. The fish all arrived alive. I'm assuming the snails are alive as well. And the plants look mostly good, but I know they're going to go through a rough transition anyhow, and they did send some free little botanical samples, which is really cool. I'll show you that. I'm going to get these snails in the water so they can start acclimating. Here are some of the plants that came with the order. I have some java grass and some hornwort. I'm still learning the plant names. Have some botanical samples they sent. So kind. Some tiger bit. Wonder if you can see their little stripes. They're pretty cute. And some guppy grass. Also have some mixed floaters that I'm going to put in, but I need to rinse everything off before I put them in the aquarium. Everything's been rinsed off and it's ready to go into the aquarium. However, I think a cup of floaters was probably too much. Okay, everybody's in. I did end up putting all the floaters in here. It might be too much, but if so, I'll just move some. And we're just going to add a little bit of water from the tank. I already did this earlier, so I'm just adding a little at a time. And then here are my poor little snail possible corpses. Oh no, there's one that's alive for sure. Okay. And then we're going to come over here past all this lettuce and chard, and here are the greens. Hello guys, welcome home. I'm gonna put a little more water in here. Whoa, that was a lot more. Oh god, I failed big time. This is what happens when you try and do things one-handed. Okay, so I'm gonna leave them in here for a little bit longer, and then I'll add them to the tank. Alright, they just went in, and there's a terrible glare right now, so as soon as it gets a little darker outside, I'll get a little bit more footage, but already they seem like they're gonna be happy, healthy, good fish. I have a really good feeling about these guys. And then tomorrow I'll have my Hawaiian blue Moscows. So the tank will be complete, plus some more plants. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to see everything once it's all in place. Okay, here's where we've landed tonight. My husband, I couldn't have done it without him, honestly, did a splice on our 2 or double bubbler. I don't even know what you would call it, but it's a bubbler for 2 hoses, and he spliced it and made it into 3. One of them probably wouldn't have run at all if we didn't put it up high, so it's not, you know, ideal, but it's still okay. It's getting the job done. And I harvested some of our lettuce for the first time. And here is dinner. My last shipment of fish just arrived. They're from Redfish Bluefish. I have not ordered from them before, but their website looked reputable, and I got the blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies from them and some plants. But this is just a little bit ominous. says that because I chose USPS to deliver my fish, there's no guarantee on dead on arrival fish. So let's just hope everybody made it okay. USPS tends to come through for me on all my plants and animals, so here's hoping that everybody's alive. Oh my goodness, I'm excited. Well, you look alive. Ooh, what a pretty fish. Not focusing real well, is it? So there should be 2 males and 2 females in my order. Let's see what else we have in here. Okay. Oh, there's a female. She's nice and big. So as compared to my other guppies, she's definitely full grown. My other ones escaped through the little holes we put in the plexiglass, and they've been all over the tank. So I had to put screen over the holes, and it's gonna stay there until they get big enough where they can't fit anymore. But these guys definitely won't fit through the hole. Oh, hi, you're so pretty. I can't wait to see these guys in the tank. And then one more female in here. Oh, there you are. Hello. Hi, pretty girl. Another nice big healthy fish. I almost wonder if I've got a pregnant fish in here, or maybe both of them are pregnant. That'd be cool. I don't know how to tell if they're pregnant yet. I still have more research to do. And I believe that's everything in this box. This bag was also in the box. However, I thought it was just a heat pack, and it's not. There is a legit surprise in here. Let's pull it out and see what we've got in here. What is that? I don't see anything in here, do you? Is this, maybe it's just packaging filler to fill out the box? That's what it looks like. I don't see anything alive in here, which is kind of sad. I thought I was getting a bonus fish, but that's okay. I wouldn't have anywhere to put the bonus fish anyway. Alright, well, let me get them in the bowl and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, here's the blue Hawaiian guppies. I'm going to go ahead and get them in the tank and put some of the water from the fish tank in the bowl so they can start acclimating. These are plants that I purchased from Modern Aquarium, also a first time shopper on that website. So I have some wisteria, some water sprite, some micro swords, which I'm really excited about, and a Java fern half mat. I'll get those in the tank and then I'll show you what everything looks like. I've got all the plants in now and it looks so much better. I just really love a planted tank. It's a little bit hard to get close-ups right now because the sun is creating a glare on the glass, and you can see everything but the fish and plants from up close, but I will get some better footage once the water's cleared up a little bit and when it's a little darker outside. So the tank is mostly finished, so I'm going to wrap this video up and I'll just give you updates at another time. But these are the blue Hawaiians. There's 2 males and 2 females in there. And these plants hopefully are going to grow like crazy and just make this tank full and lush and an easy place for the fry to hide. Over here we've got the green Moscow. Oh, there he is. And the girls, they're not too impressive. I just want to thank you for being here with me. If you made it to the end, then you're awesome. And the tank's done, but it's not done, if you know what I mean. So I'll keep you updated. I hope you stick around to see little baby fish, and I'll see you in the next one.